Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome to another episode of Frostpunk. I apologize, I'm probably going to be a little bit quiet and low-key, I guess, today. I had a pretty good day, to be honest. Things are going okay. Just sort of, I don't know, sometimes you just kind of get hit by a wave of kind of melancholy and not really even depression or anything, just kind of don't feel too great. Probably, I mean, I feel fine, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Hard to explain. Sometimes you just get hit by a wave of, like, discontent. Kind of, not even discontent, that's not really, melancholy is really the best way to put it, honestly. These guys are gonna bail soon. Kind of want to put a heater over there. I think doing that instead of range is a good move. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that's why I couldn't see it. There's a thing in the way. But yeah, I don't know, it's, I talked in the last, Life is Feudal Forest Village episode a little bit about it. I have reason to be happy right now. Things are going kind of well thanks to the fact that I ultimately got out of jury duty. My life is improving, Karen's on her way back home soon. Like, things are alright. So I'm doing okay. Hope is almost max, that's really good. And honestly, I'm happy to be playing this game. This is an amazing game. It's been fantastic. Refugees from Frostland captained a group of exhausted survivors has reached our city. From their frantic explanations, we know they've come from a great distance, or they come a great distance, and that many of them died on the way. The phrase "doom is coming" keeps being repeated, and they say many more refugees are following them. They're begging you to help, sir. Do I have the resources to take care of these people? Not right now. Maybe not ever. Here's my fear. One, Doom is kind of like, I don't think there's anything supernatural going on. I don't think we're gonna get attacked by, like, some alien thing or something, so I'm not worried that they're like bringing some threat with them. They could be bringing sickness. My main concern, I guess more than anything, is we have a very limited supply of wood. We have way more everything except wood, but I'm gonna help them. So I think this was definitely a good idea, because now I can put housing here. Okay, good. But yeah, anyway, so like I was saying, I've got a lot of reason to be happy. Jury duty's over, I don't have to worry about it, I can go back to my life, I can kind of reset, and I've got a 4-day weekend to do it, you know? Today, this video is going up on a Saturday, I had yesterday, Friday off, and I'm gonna have Monday off because it's Memorial Day. So, like, my life is pretty good. It's reasonably good. Weird, okay. But, I don't know, those of you who don't know, Total Biscuit passed away recently. And I didn't really watch his stuff, I wasn't really a part of anything that he was doing, I didn't know him at all, I didn't watch his stuff really ever. But he's still, you know, I knew who he was, I knew his content, I knew his style. And I followed him on Twitter, because he had integrity, basically, that's why I followed him. He was a good guy, he seemed like a good guy, and he had very clear, you know, ideas about what was right and wrong. And I think that's something that's important, and I generally agreed with the guy. Sometimes not, based on what I saw, but generally he seemed like a good guy. And, I don't, like, it didn't really hit me hard at all that he died because it's very, I don't know, like I said, I don't know the guy. It sucked, but I wasn't like, I'd never met him, so it, you know, it's a little bit, I have some distance from it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I guess a lot of the people I follow on Twitter were really, you know, they knew him and really looked up to him and really felt like he was an important part of their life, and I guess just I've been seeing those tweets and anecdotes, people talking about him. It's a big deal in this corner of the world to have someone like that pass so early in their life. It's obviously sad, so it's it sucks, and it's starting to kind of get to me. I'm starting to feel it and feel pretty awful about it. I feel like we probably want that. I think this is the way to go, but maybe not right away. I think that's the way to go. We can replace this quickly enough. I'm really worried about wood. More than pretty much anything else. But yeah, it's yeah, it just sucks. I mean, there's not really a lot else to say about it, to be honest. I might want to... Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I've been kind of... I'm not incredibly torn up over it, but... it sucks. And I've, yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to see here. I've talked about it a little bit before. I had, I'm not a stranger to health issues, let's put it that way. So, while nothing I've ever been through was even remotely similar to what he went through, I still kind of get it, if that makes sense. I kind of, to a degree, I think, understand some of that. Definitely nothing related to him passing, but dealing with that kind of stress and anxiety and dealing with being in that position, I guess. While I've never been in it long term, it's there have been times where I've it looked like it might be that kind of a situation. Thankfully, obviously, it wasn't, but you know, it's... I've had that fear put into me. I did not enjoy it, in case that was unclear. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know, I think it's just finally getting to me. It's one of those moods, you know? I think it happens sometimes, just, you know, you're exposed to a shitty situation, you hear about something that's just terrible. It's gonna get to you a bit. That's just the way it is. Captain, we found a boy frozen to the bone in the cemetery next to a fresh grave. He must have been there for hours. He wants you to call an emergency meeting. He says that if you agree, his mother will wake up and attend. He must... Yeah, okay. We've had that before. Minor hope loss. You know what? That's okay. Sorry, kid, but... You know, that's... not gonna happen. We'll put engineers on it. You guys are cold, really? You're just outside the... Just outside, huh? I thought I dismantled this. Get out of there. Alright, no homeless. How are these guys doing? Refugees are on their way. I should research more scouts, probably. Alright, we're getting more, I want to throw down some more houses here. Just 2 for now. It's important that we take care of our people. Bunkhouse, or not bunkhouses, houses are a valuable thing to kind of help us. It's a quality of life thing, but it doesn't measure it that way. It's just a temperature thing, really, so. But that's important. That's a big deal. I really like this idea, doing it this way. Oh, we only have one core. No, you guys gotta keep working, sorry. We're gonna have to try to get a steam core here. We need 2 for the wall drill. That's gonna be pretty important. So I did outposts. I want to do more scouts. I think I have to send... Okay, I need an outpost team. Outpost depot.
Work day is up. Return your tools.
Outpost depot, resources, steam wheel drill. Okay. Ooh. That's super cool. Where is this? Right there? That's it? That's the only place it can be. This is really cool. I like this a lot. I'm excited to see this. But yeah, anyway, point is... TV's death, obviously, is terrible. It sucks. That guy was... We as an industry benefited from his existence. He made this industry a better place. He improved things just by being, I guess, aggressively honest is the way that I'd probably put it. Pursuing that kind of honesty and accuracy is very important, and something that honestly a lot of people could learn from. So here's... Okay, fantastic. Let's take a look at this real quick before I get into this topic. A hot spring keeps a tiny patch of sea from freezing here. The Americans used this opportunity to set up a fishing village. It's deserted now. Let's get it. The fishing village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we found a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla is a madman. He cast out all the amputees, all the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure, and soon. The village was left in order. We could send a team here to start fishing. I would prefer just to take the steam cores, to be honest. I don't need the wood. Let's head to Tesla City. So, I'm honest. I am honest when I say what I think about a game. And I will always try to be honest, but that's not what... I mean, no one should really need me to tell them what Total Biscuit brought to the table, but basically, he was better than honest because I will always tell you how I feel. I will always say, hey, I really enjoy this game. But I generally don't put in the time to really put a game through its paces before I say that, I guess is the way I'd put it. I don't always... There's many situations, basically, where I will come out and say, hey, I'm really loving this game. It's the first 5 videos of it. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every second of it. There's a great deal of fun. I'm really happy with it, blah, blah, blah. And then time goes on, and I play it more, and I start to think, you know, actually, this is kind of trash. It's really not very good. I shouldn't have said that. And I think there's a lot of things that play into that, because fundamentally I don't have the time to put, you know, this isn't my full-time job, so I can't really do that. I can't be all in on figuring out, okay, how good is this game, and you know, really having a good idea of all that. I'm not really in a position to do that, I guess is the way that I put it. So that part's, it's difficult for me. But that's why TB was so good. It's very easy in this industry, I guess, if you want to call it that, to not do that. To not think before you speak. Because the way it's set up, there's, I don't want to say pressure, but kind of, yeah, pressure to really, why are these the same temperature but one's heat? I guess it's not running right now, because they're not working. There's a lot of pressure to really, you know, put out a lot of content. Okay, we're gonna go to -70 here, that's bad. I think we're gonna be okay, but that's kind of rough.
No time to waste.
Yeah.
We've got work to do.
People are gonna get sick, and you know what? We're equipped to handle that. That's okay. Okay. City is modern and meticulously built. A tall tower emits a constant barrier of lightning, deflecting the incoming snow, but nobody comes out to greet us. Okay. Able minds and bodies will prevail over the cold, reads a slogan over the entrance to Tesla City. A central tall tower shines with the blue glow of electric discharges, which form a protective dome over the town. Okay, so it's got like a force field. But something went wrong here. There are charred bodies lying in the streets, and the stench of burned flesh taints the air. We saw a lightning streak from the tower, hitting a building and leaving a gash in its roof. Discovered Dreadnought Landing. This is interesting. I feel like the benefits outweigh the risks. I think we should risk entering the city. Oh. Okay, so that was just an insta-kill. Alright. Well, we're gonna make an outpost team. We're gonna send them for wood. And we're gonna recruit another scout team, because ours died. And we're gonna send them to the refugees. That's a huge number of survivors. I maybe shouldn't have taken them. This might be what kills us, to be honest. That's just too many survivors. We shall see. Kind of worried about food. So I'm going to do something about that. Okay, I need more steel. I'm gonna have to build another heater there, but that's fine. We're making scouts, so that's cool. At least we get that going. But yeah, it's there's a lot of pressure. I guess it's reasonable to call it pressure. There's a lot of pressure in this industry to put out content. Oh, we lost the steam core. Shit. That's a big problem. Huge crowd of people has reached our city. Many of them are sick. They say that some kind of enormous weather anomaly is coming our way and that they'll die without our help. We never have survived it. Thank our lucky stars that the polar explorer Nansen warned us about the disaster and told us to evacuate. Please let us in. Sure. I'm okay with this. Like, it's definitely problematic, but I think we can do good work here. It stands to reason that I should drop a steam hub here. You know what? Let's go like right there. Get a little bit more out of it. Don't get me wrong, I'm scared here. This is probably going to kill us. There's too many people. But yeah, anyway, so with the pressure to put out content in this industry, it's very easy to not make sure that that content is accurate. And I understand that. I take issue with people who are, like, really inaccurate. That's a huge problem, but I get why people have difficulty keeping up with the pace and maintaining accuracy. And it's easy to say, oh, well, you know, just do what TB did. He didn't put out videos constantly. I don't think he did anyway. I think he was more, if I'm not mistaken, he was more of a, okay. I can get more scouts, let's do that. I think he was more of like a guy who kind of took his time. We're gonna go retrieve our stuff. He more took his time to get things right, which meant he wasn't putting out. If I wasn't really watching his videos or anything, but if I'm not mistaken, he kind of didn't put out videos constantly. He was more, you know, making sure that he had it right, etc., etc. So it's a little bit of a different situation. And I feel like you can't just do that. Like, if you do that, you're not playing the algorithms correctly. On YouTube, you're supposed to put out videos daily, because that's how. If you don't do that, then YouTube doesn't, like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but you don't get views the same way you would if it was if you were putting videos out constantly. Basically, if you put out videos constantly, you're better off from a viewership or a search result or whatever standpoint than you would have been otherwise. That's my understanding. Could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. So, yeah. It's not something that you can just start doing and be like, yeah, oh, it's fine, I'm gonna be this kind of a YouTuber. It doesn't really work that way, I don't think. You kind of need some degree of, I don't want to say fame, but, you know, people kind of need to know who you are to start before you can really do that, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Cold homes. Yeah. I mean, this isn't going to be that big of an issue. Just do that. I think that solves the problem. There we go. Yeah, so, I mean, just an example, and I'm trying to emulate him more. We're over time here, I know, but the episode will end shortly. I'm trying to take lessons from him, look at what he did, and use that as a, like, hey, you know, I should respect and understand, you know, what he did, and emulate it, basically. Say, look, I understand. I should try to look at the example that he set and try to be better. And the main thing for that for me is I really, really want to say right now, hey, I love Frostpunk. This game's awesome. It's fantastic. I recommend it to anyone who's interested in this kind of a genre, kind of a management game. It's a fantastic game. I don't feel like I've seen a flaw yet. Not a big flaw. Nothing at all. This pretty much works exactly the way that it feels like it should. It's been fantastic. I've loved pretty much all of it. So I can't complain about anything at this point. But I also feel like, you know what, maybe I need to get a little bit further before I start saying things like that. Maybe I should take my time and kind of look a little more closely and figure it out and see how I really feel and then give it some time. And that's kind of what I'm doing. But, yeah, it's... I don't know, talking about it has kind of helped me, but it sucks when something like that happens to a guy who, by all accounts, was one of the good people. I'm sure he had his flaws, but... That's a kind of guy that can set a tone for an industry, I guess. And he can set the bar at a certain point. I do think he set the bar, for sure. Hands down, I think if you're saying who... Not for entertainers, necessarily. If you're looking for entertainment, that's not really the product that he was providing, I don't think. If you're looking for information as a consumer and you're looking for something honest and meaningful and you're not just going for entertainment, he was your guy. He set the bar, in my opinion, for the entire industry. He was the guy in Twitch streaming and on YouTube for that niche of content, I would say. And you can't say there's literally like one or two people in any given niche or industry even that you can say that about. So even, you know, like I said, I didn't know the guy. I didn't really interact with his media much, but it's not a small thing to lose a guy like that. You know, I guess the point is he had a lot of reach. I don't know. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Death is weird. I don't really know how to deal with it. At this point in my life, it's not something I've been exposed to much, and I'd like to keep it that way, even though that's not really up to me. But, yeah, it sucks to lose a guy like that. So, anyway, went way over here, but, you know, that kind of... Credit to Frostpunk. I'm enjoying my time here. I want to keep playing. So, but it is what it is, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope it wasn't too morbid or depressing, but it gives us an opportunity to kind of come together and appreciate something. So, at least there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, there's always twitch.tv/electronicmoose, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Feel free to check out a stream if you like. If not, thanks for watching here on YouTube, and I will see you next time. Take care.